All right, I got the car hooked to the frame rack here, as you can see. So I'm using the black SI over there as a measuring device. And right now I'd say I'm within a 1/16 of an inch of the other car. So I'm actually going to pull it a little farther because when I let tension off, it's going to spring back. So there we go. So we're at 45. We're supposed to be about 44 and 15/16. So I'm about a 1/16 to an 1/8 too far now. So now when I let pressure off, it should settle. Might have settled too much. Let's see. Did settle a little more than I want it to. Right there we're about 45 and what do we got? 13/16 or so. And yeah, we want to be 44 and 15/16. So we're going to pull it a little harder. Okay, I've gone a little past 45 there. I'm gonna go another click or two, see where we end up here. All right, I'm gonna release it. That was aggressive. Okay, we're definitely getting closer there. I'd say we're within a 1/16 now. Just for giggles, I want to see if what we've just done makes a difference on this fitting. I have not done the other side yet, although I think it needs done as well. Okay, it does actually fit in there now. It did not fit in there yesterday. So this one we are 44 and 7/8. This one's 45 on the dot, so we're definitely an 1/8 inch out. All right, I just want to show that I got this one, the measurement perfect on it, and now it's sitting in there, and you can see there's actually a little bit of back and forth play, but that's still not right because this one is still an 1/8 of an inch out on this side. So I'm gonna move the car to the other side of the frame rack, and then I will pull this side so it's back to spec, which is an 1/8 inch this way, and then there will be free play in this, but there's slots in these, so it's meant to do that. And then we'll center this where it's supposed to be, and then we'll be able to bolt it down. So all right, me and the shop Puma are back in the shop. As you can see, I've got the cross mount in there. I got both sides pulled, and they're both within a 1/16, I'd say, of stock. This one I think is bang on. This one might be just a little shy, but it's close enough that it's not going to matter. It's just rad support stuff for mounting headlights and grills, etc. So as you can see, this does have its normal free play in there, so that's good. I'll be able to mount it where I want it. I'll put the hood hinges on, we're gonna put the hood on, we're gonna put the fender on, we're gonna start throwing stuff in here and just work on getting everything aligned and fitted and see how it's looking. So let's get into it. Hey, don't yell at me. I didn't say nothing to you. You gonna inspect the tires? What do you think of the tires? Are they good enough? Yeah, you think so? Yeah? You like these ones? Yeah, me too. Alright, let's get to it. Okay, before I go any further, I know the three of you are like, hey, you can't just tie a ratchet strap to the side of your house and pull your car back. That's not a frame rack. That's not how it works. That's just, no, You're wrong. It's the same thing. When something is bent that minor, and we're talking minor, like this thing was out 1/4 of an inch on that side and like 1/8 of an inch on this side. It's not like I'm gonna go cut all the spot welds off this thing and weld on a brand new part. That would just be ridiculous. A body shop's not gonna do that either. They're gonna do the same thing to pull it back out. Are they gonna use the side of their garage and a $10 ratchet strap? Probably not. They're probably gonna use chains and hydraulic power and, you know, do it that way. But it achieves, silly cat. It achieves the same effect, okay? It's just a rad support. It's not like I'm pulling a frame out. It's just, it's basically the mount for the radiator and the headlights. And I've got it back within spec. I'm super happy with how it came back. Settle down. Don't get mad at me for doing things cheap, all right? All right. Let's put this thing together. First things first, let's get the hood hinges bolted on this thing. All right. And, all right, hinges are done. Got them flipped up cornholio style. Next task, I'm gonna just take this piece off for now because it'll just be a nuisance. When I final assemble the car, I'll put it on, but for now I'm just gonna get it out of my way. So, let's figure out how to do that, shall we? Okay, that's that clip. Now this clip isn't even a clip, it's like a plug. Oh, right in the face. All right. Let's see, we got a little seal on there. It's fancy. All right, fender. Look at that beautiful thing. Looks no different than a Kappa certified, except for it's actually gonna fit. So that's pretty cool. See if I remember how the fenders go on this thing. Portion's supposed to be there. Make sure that's sitting where it's supposed to be. All right, I think that's that. This is. Door gap seems a little on the tight side, I think. I don't know. Seems similar to that side, actually. All right. This guy. That guy. That's okay. Not too sure exactly where that one's even supposed to sit. Okay, I'll leave it there for now. All right. This sticks out a little bit from the door, but the weird thing is when you go look at this side, which is the undamaged side, it also sticks out a little bit from the door. I should go look at the other 9th gen and see what it does. Okay, I'm also going to throw a couple bolts in this for now, just so it's held down. All right, fender, crossbar, hinges. The next thing is the hood, and that's expensive, and I don't want to wreck it, so I might get an assistant for that. You're not allowed to swear on the channel.
That was stressful. I pop bubbles like that, man.
Okay, so we're gonna set it in near the hinges.
On top of those things?
Yeah, but we don't want to drop it on the fender.
Oh.
And yeah, we just don't want to scratch anything, the hood or the fender, so we'll just gotta kind of hold it there and levitate it. It's not heavy.
Bolted in?
Yeah, I got the bolts here. Just gonna come down and just like hold it there like that. What's that? I got it. It could be way off, which it is. It's heckin' tight to my side.
Isn't this new?
Huh?
Isn't this one new?
What? No? Must have been you.
What?
I got it on camera, proof.
It was there when I was standing there.
I think it was you.
Oh yeah, it's a lot closer.
So yeah, I gotta adjust it, obviously. But
Look that over. I mean, a real body shop wouldn't.
but the hinges,
Body shop would say.
the hinges and the hood are new, so I have to adjust both to make it happy. But anyways, it's looking like a car again. So, all right, I'm no auto body expert. In fact, I'm quite the opposite. But if I was gonna throw some information down your ear holes, I would say, being that this side was undamaged and I've replaced the fender on this side, you're gonna wanna use this as your starting point and work your way this way to fix your gaps. As you can see, that one is heckin' tight. And this one is, you know, like throwing a hot dog down a hallway. So I'm gonna start by trying to get this gap good, and then we'll see where we are after that. I think the first thing I'm gonna do, because the hinges were obviously replaced too, is I'm going to start by adjusting the hinges to get it to move that way a little bit, and then barring that, I may actually adjust the hood on the hinge a little bit too, so. All right, I'm starting to get a little closer on the gaps there. It's a pretty finicky process. I'm gonna go out and look at the other SI and just see what normal looks like, because that car's never had a front end collision, and then I'm gonna come back in, I'll keep adjusting and kind of get my baseline, see where we're at, and then I'll bring you guys in and show you a little bit closer. All right, gonna do a little checkup with you guys here. So I got both headlights in, hood is bolted down, fender's bolted down. Everything is fitting pretty good for an initial mock-up. I'm not displeased, but this headlight is fitting kind of strange. So if you look in the fender here, it's excessively tight right here, and then it gets loose as we come back, and then it's really bad in this corner here, and that disappoints me because that's a fairly focal point of the front end. If you look at this one, you can see I've kind of got like a nice even little air gap all the way along, and then it's tight in the corner. That's what it should look like. So I have to do some figuring and find out why this one is not sitting happy with the fender. I'm not sure why. The gaps between the fender and hood. So I went and looked at the other 9th gen, which has never been in a collision. And it has super weird gaps, actually. Like they're fairly tight, but they're not really even. And I thought that was kind of crappy of Honda. So I've got mine set up right now reasonably even, but probably a little bigger than I would like, to be honest. But I've got them fairly even. See on this one, a little wide there maybe, but anyways, those aren't bad. Fitment to the door is also not bad, I believe. I actually haven't tried to open it yet. But yeah, it's good. So really the only thing I'd like to sort out right now is why the heck this headlight fits like junk. And otherwise I'm pretty happy with the front end so far. So I'll get back with you guys when I come up with a solution for that, or I don't, or whatever. I'll let you guys know. All right. I've been fiddling with this thing for like a couple hours now. I've had the headlight in and out like 673 times, and now I've got the bumper on here trying to get that to fit, and I'm definitely struggling with this corner here. So here I've got the bumper mounted, as you can see. This was bent kind of funny because it was sitting in the back of the car when I got it, so it was misshapen, so I took the heat gun to it. Got it sitting where I think it should be, basically. It's clipped in on the other side. I feel like it's pretty darn close to right. And then I took the headlight bracket here and slid it in and clipped it into where it goes after the fact, so it's not bolted in, and you can see how far off like that bolt hole here is supposed to be, or it is way down here, whereas this is angled way up right now. It's supposed to be like way down there. So I can push that down with little to no consequence. But in this area, I know it's hard to see in there right now, it doesn't look lined up really at all. So I think this lower headlight bracket is bent. This is the one off my 2012 headlights. This is the one off of this car originally, but it's super bent. I can see someone on this end of it has taken a hammer to it to try and straighten it out and done a poor job. But it also has in there, you can see two kinks kind of in the middle. Those aren't supposed to be there. So that one really doesn't line up. And this one doesn't seem right either, because like I said, it came off the 12 headlights, and the 12 headlights did have a broken lower housing, so I want to say this one's bent too. So I kind of need to get one of those. I want to get a straight one, or one I know that's straight, and get a brand new one, whether it's Honda or Kappa, whatever I can get my hands on easier. And then get that in here and see if I can get things to line up better, because I could get the headlight to sit in there pretty good, but it just wasn't lining up to this zone the way I wanted it to, so I'm fairly picky about how it's all going to fit together. So I think that's going to be it for this video. I don't know how much I actually showed you guys, but we're making progress. It's kind of how bodywork is, right? Some of it's trial and error, and then little by little we'll get it sorted out. So as you guys can see, I mean, the front end is on there as a initial test fit. Kind of looks goofy right now because it's all Panda. It's got tiny wheels on it, but yeah, I will try and source one of those brackets and then we will go from there. Thanks guys for watching. See you in the next one.